here doing the damn thing. Hold on. What's up? Yeah, we're supposed to have some discussion last night, but never happened, right? Never worked out at all last night. Tired. Last night was, you know. We're here right now. We have some discussion to do. We have to do some discussion. How you guys feeling? Big up on the damn self, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. So much going on. Leeds all but secure. I think they're secure. Their self for Premier League for next season, You know what I mean? Yeah, Leeds is pretty much safe for next season. So big up Leeds. Big up Leeds. Leeds have done the damn thing. You know what I mean? Yes, I um Dennis Bergkamp in the building. Blah in the building. Matty in the building. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what's up. Matty said Rice might get punished. Nah, Rice won't be alright, man. Yeah, Rice gonna be alright. I believe Rice gonna be alright, Matty. Trust me. Guys, we have a very interesting discussion to deal with. Watch this. Very, very interesting discussion to deal with. So, Arsenal are pretty much playing for a Champions League final, right? Arsenal playing for a Champions League final, and Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest playing for a Europa League final, and Crystal Palace playing for a Conference League final, right? It's the takeover of the English clubs in Europe. Can't you see that? It might be on a verge for England to have the 3 European titles sitting over there in England. You understand what I'm saying? 2 of them might be London. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, so Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest battling it out for the Europa League. Nottingham Forest is as advantage. You know what I mean? Nottingham Forest as the advantage in that situation. And Crystal Palace is looking for the conference. That's something, and Arsenal is looking for the champions. Siva in the building, big up Siva, big up Siva. Matty said, let's not count our chickens till they hatch, bro. Matty, I ain't counting nothing, bro. I said might. I said we are on the road to. You know what I mean? We are. You get me? I'm looking at the fact right now that English teams are pretty much heading towards finals. And if all English team win, then that's the situation. You know what I mean? Yeah. It will be a good look on English football. You know what I mean? As I said, this is how I support. You know what I mean? I'm an English football fan, and I'll definitely be supporting the English team in the respective competitions that they are serving. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So let's see. Let's see. Crystal Palace have a nice advantage. Crystal Palace have a 3-1 goal advantage, and they played away. They played away. So that's massive. Not only that, the Crystal Palace intrigue me as well. I hope Crystal Palace go all the way, because Crystal Palace plays, I think, 2 days after the final game in the Premier League. I think they play 2 days after the final games in the Premier League. And the final game in the Premier League is who? Arsenal. You know what I mean? Arsenal is the final game in the Premier League. So do you think they're gonna want to offle and bustle themselves, kill out themselves, and jeopardize their chances of, you know what I mean, going out there and winning that significant trophy? I don't think so, brother. No, 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 no. So let's see, let's see. Matty say, yeah, English clubs took a hit rep-wise in Europe last few years. Would be massive for the nation if we win at least 2 of them. Hey, it would be massive if we win at least all 3 of them, man. Now, why not? Why can't we? The hardest one to win is probably the Champions League, You know what I mean? And Arsenal gonna do the damn thing, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, so but as I said, it is a good look. There are so much pros and cons in this situation because I'm wrapping all of this around Arsenal people. Y'all know. You know what I mean? All of this is being wrapped around Arsenal. Um, if Crystal Palace make it to the final, it's a good, it's advantage Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's advantage Arsenal if Crystal Palace make it to the final. As I said, Crystal Palace would play that final 2 days after they play Arsenal. 2 days. You know what I mean? I think it's 2 days, yes. And if you are up playing for a conference cup that gonna guarantee you Europa League football, would you jeopardize? Think about it. You know what I mean? I mean, like, they have to come and play. You know what I mean? And they're going to play to their best. But I'm just talking about probably the team that they will field. And, you know what I mean? Just looking at different scenario. Also, with the situation of Aston Villa. If Aston Villa, because Aston Villa game, if Aston Villa make it to the final, Aston Villa play 2 days before the City game. Yes, I'm saying Aston Villa played 2 days before the City game. So therefore, the Europa League final is going to play before the end of the English Premier League last game, right? So Aston Villa would have played 2 days before that. And if Aston Villa play before that and win, they will have no damn interest in that last game. You know what I mean? No interest at all they would have in that last game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the situation with that scenario. You know what I mean? So hey, fingers crossed. You know what I mean? Nottingham Forest is there, and it's there for the taking for Nottingham Forest because Nottingham Forest has a 1-0 lead going into the second leg. You know what I mean? So it's advantage Nottingham Forest. So I'm keeping a close eye on that game. You know what I mean? I'm also keeping a high over this on Crystal Palace game because you know what I mean? Yes, 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 yes. Matty said, when is City games against Palace? Is it game after the FA final against Chelsea? I'll have to check that, Matty. I'll have to check on that. Jardy in the building in that 3 games in 7 days period. Yes, 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 yes. So, in other news, people, in other news, you know what I mean? Chelsea is on the search for a new coach. We all know that, right? And one coach that's been on their short list is none other than the former Arsenal captain, Cesc Fabregas. You know what I mean? Cesc Fabregas has been on Chelsea shortlist. You know what I mean? Them it's a wishful thing that they would definitely want Cesc Fabregas to, you know what I mean? He's been doing fantastic where he is and all of that. So, you know what I mean? And I think Chelsea has an interest in Cesc. However, Cesc Fabregas says that he's holding out for the Arsenal job. Cesc Fabregas want coach Arsenal. Can you imagine? Cesc Fabregas want coach Arsenal. And the whole situation behind Cesc Fabregas now and him wanting to coach Arsenal and all of that. You know what I mean? We're looking at the whole situation. Yeah, I remember the situation with Cesc Fabregas, right? Everybody remember the situation with Cesc Fabregas. Or he wanted to go back to Barcelona. And everybody remember what he did in the building up going back to Barcelona and how he forced his move away from Arsenal back to Barcelona. You know what I mean? Let me know if anybody remember all of that situation that went down with Cesc Fabregas. It was nasty, man. It was nasty. And they just got rid of him and sent him on his way. And he went to Barcelona and win a couple of titles. Then he was pushed aside by the club. You know what I mean? End up playing for Chelsea. I'm not too pissed about Cesc Fabregas playing for Chelsea, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, his career wasn't finished, and he still was a damn good footballer. You know what I mean? And he asked to return. He asked to return to Arsenal. If everybody remember, he asked to return to Arsenal, but everybody know Arsene Wenger. It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Not gonna happen. and Wenger refused, and he went and he played for Chelsea. He win some titles over there too. You know what I mean? And all of that. But say that to say what? Seems like his art is still stuck on Arsenal. You know what I mean? So holding out for the Arsenal job. Cesc Fabregas. I wonder if Cesc Fabregas know that that's a very, very big shoes to fill because Arteta barely fit in that shoes right now. You know what I mean? Arteta barely fit in that shoes right now. And for you to be holding out for this Arsenal job, you might be holding out for a while then, because I don't think Arteta gonna go nowhere soon. And even if Arteta leave or Arteta get fired, you know what I mean? Arteta is still pretty much pole position in his job, fighting on all cylinders for title. You know what I mean? Fighting to make something of himself. You know what I mean? And all of that. But even if it's a situation where Arteta is no longer the manager for Arsenal, no way I'm gonna back a Cesc Fabregas to take over the club right now. You know what I mean? I don't we can't take no more children. You get what I'm saying? No more kids to the thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to go get an experienced manager that gonna make us um that gonna help us to win some trophies. You know what I mean? So with all due respect, Cess, you know what I mean? Gain some experience and probably somewhere down the line will come back and come see what going on with you. You're not the only one that are going to think in running for this job either further down the line, because Jack Wilshere is making something himself as well. You know what I'm saying? And 4 or 5 years from now, Jack Wilshere might be something special. You know what I'm saying? Jack Wilshere might be something special 4 or 5 years from now. You know what I mean? And that boy's an Arsenal true and true. So we gonna put the club best interest at hand. You know what I'm saying? Just like how you put your best interest at hand in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? And you went to your boyhood club and leave us stranded. You know what I'm saying? And do you guys really remember what happened? If y'all remember what happened, let me know. Because that caused a domino effect. That caused a chain of persons leaving. You know what I mean? Because that same year, I think Samir Nasri left. You know what I'm saying? And they just keep on dipping off, dipping off, dipping. When you see Sanya left, I never expect Sanya to leave Arsenal. You know what I mean? Never expect Sanya to leave Arsenal and all of that. So it was a whole situation. Cesc Fabregas caused a lot of pain. You know what I'm saying? And shit. As I said, no hard feelings. It's been years. Whole heap of years. You know what I mean? And he's been a Chelsea player after that. And all of that. So, but as far as Cesc to Arsenal is concerned right now, I think that's a no. Let me know in the comment what you guys think. Let me know in the comment what you guys think. Do you guys back Cesc Fabregas to Arsenal if that's something that you think can be in the running? Or do you guys think that he should stay away? You know what I mean? Big up everybody in the chat. You know, guys, this chat is I can't even catch up with the chat no more. I have to start from where I'm at. Big up all the newcomers in the chat. Let's start by that. You know what I mean? Kwemi, big up yourself. You know what I mean? Everybody, Jardy in the building, Matty here. Who else is here? Yeah, big up everybody. Yeah, please remember to like the channel. Put some like on the channel. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe to the thing. Do the thing, no man. Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I. There's still some hurt going around, you know what I mean, about this penalty situation. As Matty mentioned earlier on, Declan Rice might be in some hot water. He might put himself in some fire. You know what I mean? And they are investigating the situation behind his context. You know what I mean? Oh, when people say, come on, come on, come on, come on. I've read it, you know what I mean? And I don't. I'm not UEFA. You know what I mean? And I'm not part of that all. I'm an Arsenal fan, so I'm gonna probably be biased. You know what I mean? I don't think nothing is wrong with what he said. You know what I mean? He wasn't being disrespectful or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? As I would say, you know. So I think it should be fine, and I think sense will prevail. You know what I mean? Sense will prevail. It's a very important game. It's a very, very important game. And when I say it's an important game, it's a very important game. It is a semi-final of the Champions League. And if you felt like you were robbed or you were outdone, you know what I mean, in the heat of the moment, you might speak about it. You get what I'm saying? And that's what happened. So, as I said, I didn't read this statement as nothing aggressive or anything like that. So, yes, yes, yes. I see you guys commenting on the Fàbregas situation. Uh, let me see what y'all saying about the Fàbregas. Jordy said, Matty, I see something there, but nothing from Einstein, Fabrizio, or any known Arsenal Twitter account, but we'll see, bro. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't catch a conversation. But Matty said Cesc would benefit. Learn G away. Huh? Anyway. You know what? Let me go straight up to the thing. Yeah. So that's my take on the situation. Learning. Okay, learning. Learning away. Yeah, man. Right now, Seth needs to stay away. You know what I mean? Seth needs to stay away. It's not his time yet. It's not his time yet. And the thing about it is this, and this is my take. When it's his time, when Arteta win us a Whole Heap trophy and decide that he's gonna take on a new challenge, I think he's gonna be Jack Wilshere time, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I think Jack Wilshere gonna be a monster as a manager by then, and I think it's gonna be his time. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think Seth's gonna get a chance in that dugout. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Um, Jordy said they are corrupt. As if Rice gets punished for that. Yeah, this well, we know they're corrupt. You know what I mean? Tells me we know they're corrupt. It's not a if or but or maybe. Yeah, we know they are corrupt. And they'll just might want to do that because everybody have their favorites, you know. You know what I mean? And everybody know that Arsenal is on the verge of taking over Europe. Nobody really want to see that, you know. You know what I mean? Nobody want to see that. So we all know. We all know what's up. So hey, to be honest with you guys, corruption can't ever stop up this year, man. It's our year. You know what I mean? It's our year. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed. We're gonna support our team and we're gonna watch them do the unthinkable because nobody expected them to do this season. You get me? Everybody look at them doing this last season and they got knocked out at the semi-final. You know what I mean? So I don't nobody put Arsenal in the semi-final this season, bro. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? F all of them. You get me? Rice gonna be all right. Rice gonna be all right. He didn't say. I read what he said, and he didn't say nothing corrupt. Or he didn't say nothing bad. Everybody know that the referee. It wasn't even the referee. It was VAR. Now the referee gave the on-field decision. Right? It was a penalty, stone cold penalty. The guy missed the ball and he stepped on his foot. It's a penalty all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Why is it that you're gonna send the referee to the monitor? Right? You send the referee to the monitor to review the penalty. Referee view the penalty what? 13 times? It's not a clear and obvious error. If you go to the monitor and you look at it one time and say, oh shit, that's what happened. That's a clear and obvious error. Replays after replays after replays after replays. Come on, bro. Come on. It's like we weren't with their script. Arsenal wasn't with their script because Arsenal wasn't supposed to win that game there. You know what I mean? It's supposed to go to the Emirates and it's supposed to be a tie and they're supposed to battle it out there. Come on. Really? Really? We're not into that. You know what I mean? That's not what we're into. We're into playing, we're into winning. You know what I mean? We don't want to be programmed by no VAR, nor no referee, nor Europe. You get me? We haven't won this league ever. You know what I mean? And that's what we want to do right now. We are trying to win this. Okay? That's what's happening. Um Please like and subscribe, everybody. Like and subscribe to the channel. Jordy said that Simeone guy is as bad as the asshole manager from Porto. The guy who said Arteta insult his family. Yeah, Simeone is a dick, man. I ain't gonna lie. Big up Simeone still. I wouldn't want him at Arsenal, not at all. Not even close to the club. Apart from Enrique, Simeone, Inzaghi, Algeria, um, they can win honors for our club. Some of these coaches that you're calling are defensive coaches, man. You know what I mean? Inzaghi, Simeone, they don't, yeah, okay, you have Glasner there and you have Enrique. You know what I mean? Raniola, okay, he can go as well. But I mean, most of these persons are the other ones are no. My ideal candidate, if something goes down with Arteta right now is Enrique, man. We want some trophies. We want a proven winner. You know what I mean, to go up against these giants that are coaches in the league. We want a proven winner, and then it's a proven winner that comes with some beautiful football. You know what I mean, and that will be Enrique. All right, that's me. That's where I'm at right now. So either way, Ben White is liable. Boy, Ben White. I said it the other day. I don't know if any of y'all old enough to know about Dragon Ball Z. You guys ever watch Dragon Ball Z? Do you guys remember when they when Goku reached a Namek, right? And the Guinea Force was introducing themselves with them kind of pose and them kind of dance. I mean, like Ben White looked like he was doing one of the Guinea Force poses. Sorry. I know what the hell Ben White was doing, man. I don't know. Kwame said, Brother Alfonso, I want our club to succeed, but not with Arteta. Ah, no, man, that sounds something personal with Arteta, Kwame. I don't have nothing personal against Arteta, to be honest with you. I want my club to win no matter who's in the dugout because I support my club and trophies. You know what I mean? I want my club to win. I want Arteta to win every freaking thing. You know what I mean? Go down in the club history as a legend. Arteta loved this club. You know what I'm saying? So I have no agenda against Arteta. I know Arteta loved this club. You know what I mean? Because he went and he learned and he came right back. You get what I'm saying? There was Arteta was known in the circle, you know what I mean, by all of these managers and all of these people. Because he was that in his intellect was that much into the game and all of that. So he could have gotten other jobs, to be honest with you. He could. You know what I mean? And he came to Arsenal. And I always look back on the interview with Pep when Pep telling you about Arteta and he's saying, yo, no, they play everywhere and everyone and they score lots of goals and celebrate. Arteta celebrate, one of the first one to jump and celebrate. You know what I mean? But he said every time Manchester City plays against Arsenal, Arteta never celebrate. They score goal and Pep turn around to high five him and Arteta sit like this. You know what I mean? And they say, was that you realize that this guy loved that club? You know what I mean? This guy loved that club. So, you know what I mean? I have no agenda against Arteta. I want him to win everything with the club. Everything. Everything. You know what I mean? I want him to win so hard that's you know what I mean, him probably tired of winning and leave. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's my thing though. Timber has to be fit for us to finish the season strong. Ben White, best position is right bench. That's a good. That's probably Ben White best position for true right bench. Our Ben White best position right now is right to Everton. That's where you need to go play. Right to Everton. You know what I'm saying? That's it right there. Who is Iranola? I think it's the Bournemouth coach is trying to put there, man. I think it's the Bournemouth. Matty, I think it's the Bournemouth coach is trying to put there. You know that, Matty. I think it's the Bournemouth coach Kwame is trying to put there. Right, Kwame? Oh, see, Jordy said the Bournemouth manager. Yeah, I don't want him either, Jordy. You know what I mean? I don't want him. You know what I mean? How do you pronounce the ex-Bournemouth manager? I don't even I mess up the pronunciation too, Matty. Kwame, so don't worry about it. Okay, Kwame? I mess up the pronunciation too. Most of these pronunciation, I'm just all into Arsenal most of the time. And sometimes I'm reading the news and these other places and all of that. I was watching Burnley today and I realized that Scott Parker wasn't in the dugout. They're telling me the interim manager or something like that. I'm like, okay, so where's Scott Parker? I'm in the Premier League every day. And Scott Parker got fired? I didn't even know that. What's going on? You know what I mean? Even though I haven't looked it up yet if he got fired or whatever, but I know he wasn't the one in the dugout. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I don't know. I'm just all into my team. You get me? Unless I'm gonna play the team, that's the that's the only time I try to find out something about them or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just all into Arsenal, man. I'm trying to figure out what we need to do to win. How can we win? Which players doing shit? Which players playing good? You know what I mean? Why is it so cool and easy? Why can't the other players be like Heze? Why Odegaard knee hacking up on him like this? All sort of shit. Why is it that freaking the season when we need Kai Havertz the most is the season that we have him the least? All of these crap. That's what's running through my head. You know what I mean? My head is already full of Arsenal and trying to figure out shit, so I can't be with them other people and their shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think White and was in an unnatural position. Personally, it was in an instructional falling backwards position. Well, actually, he wasn't falling backward because he was bending forward. You know what I mean? As he was bending forward. I don't know, man. I don't know. As I said, the situation with White is just, I don't know. It's crazy. That's all I know. It is crazy. Uh Jordan said I would not mind Oliver Glasner as a manager. He seems very level-headed and can deal with pressure. You need to be able to be calm under pressure. Matty, I agree, but it's just we are so unlucky because there was a handball shout just before the handball, so they had to give it. Ben White was doing the fusion dance. Who was he fusing with? You know what I mean? I ain't seen none of them. One of his hand was behind him and one was in front. So that ain't no fusing. One was behind and one was in front. He wasn't fusing. No, no, that one wasn't the fusing one. The fusing dance, you gotta. Yeah, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan. What can I say? Atletico are very hard to break down. Barca, that chat move just now. Yeah, Barca found that out the hard way. And this is my thing. So we're going to talk about the game a little bit. I mean, like, we're supposed to be talking about Fulham game. You know what I mean? Because we have Atletico game to talk about on Tuesday. And after Fulham game. But the situation is this with Atletico. A draw doesn't phase Atletico. You know why? Because I think Atletico is going to try to go to penalties. I think Arsenal got to come up with some magic to score because I personally think that Atletico trying to carry that game to penalties. I think you're going to see a defensive masterclass and show for this Atletico team. Trust me. Y'all going to talk about boring? I think that's where you're going to get boring at the end because I think Atletico going to defend that with their life. And I mean, that's the reason why we needed to come away with that 3 points so bad. Because that's the only way we could have drawn them out of their shell. I think that Atletico is going to defend for their very life. I think penalty is what they're looking for. That's what I think. You know what I mean? They're giving themselves a 50-50 chance of making it to that final. And I think that's how they're going to try to do it. You know what I mean? You guys can thank me when we're watching the game. I still think we're going to score and we're going to win. You know what I mean? I think we're going to score a goal. I think we won't find the back of the net regardless, but I think that's their game plan. You know what I mean? I just feel it in my bones. Yes. I feel it, man. Trust me. The ball bounced off White knee and it is harm. Yeah, I think the UEFA rules. Arteta wasn't complaining about it because the UEFA rules in Europe, the rules are like that. You know what I mean? The rules are like that. If the ball bounce off, once the ball touch your hand in Europe, it's a handball, and that's what's going on with them now. So we're not gonna go and we can't do nothing about it. The game is gone. Arteta press conference. Arteta was in a good mood, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Arteta was in a jolly mood. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? The game is already gone. We're looking forward to the Fulham game now, right? And it's a game that we need to win. We need 3 points from this Fulham game, right? Very much so. We definitely need 3 points from this Fulham game. Um, it's nice that I think Fulham gonna miss some player. Yeah, I think Fulham gonna miss some player. Fulham gonna miss some player because Iwobi is out for the season, right? Iwobi is out for the season. I don't remember who else, but they are weak in some department. They are weak in some department. Yeah, OWB is out for the season and all of that. I'm trying to pull up the Arsenal website because I wanted to do some of Arteta press conference, but I guess I'll have to do that later on tonight because I have to go do all this signing up and all of that. I will see. I know I did it the other day. It seemed like it was on this device that I'm on now, but yeah. Yeah, but as far as the press, I listened to the press conference today. He said that Timber is still out. You know what I mean? He said Timber and Kai Havertz is out. Something interesting that he said, because he said Kai Havertz, because somebody asked him about Kai Havertz and his contract situation. Because Kai Havertz is coming to his last 2 years of his contract, and they say that's when typically y'all know that conversation starts about renewal of contract and all of that, right? So he said that it's not the time now to do contract talk. We're trying to win some trophies. Kai is trying every day to give his best to be there for the team and all of that. Is pushing this is pushing very hard to make it on Tuesday. And that kind of give me a little sense that the injury is probably not so bad. And I mean, the injury is probably not so bad because that's the only way he can be pushing very hard to make it for Tuesday game, unless Arteta is not being honest, right? But that's where that was at the moment. They asked him about Eze, and they asked him how comes Eze just always seems so cool. You know what I mean? It seems like he doesn't have a body in the world. And he said, yo, that's Eze. That's his personality. They say the world could be tumbling down on Eze and nobody knows because he doesn't show it. And they asked him if the other players try to adapt from him or try to, you know what I mean? And he said yes. And I'm telling you, there's no way. Of course, they must try to adapt, you know what I mean? Something from Eze. I'm trying to adapt from Eze. By watching this dude talk and his personality and all of that, I'm like, yo, this dude is just so relaxed. How can I be? What do I need to? You know what I mean? This dude is relaxed. He's as calm as a cucumber. And it shows it on the field. I'm watching Eze play and I'm like, I need a chair. I need to drop it back. He's like, I want to just relax. You know what I mean? It makes the game look fun. It makes the game look nice. You know what I mean? You can see that he's enjoying what he's doing. He's loving the game. You know what I mean? You need to be like that, though, Martin, because guess what? You can see the tense on the other player's face. And because they're so tense and they're so, you know what I mean, it's causing them to make mistake. That's how I see it. Yeah, and so I'm saying it's causing them to make mistake. It's just like William Saliba. William Saliba is the next one. He's also relaxed. He's calm and look at his game. William Saliba plays the game easy, very easy. You know what I mean? Yeah, when they feel it, what they don't, this young team don't know how to handle pressure. You can see that all these games that they should have won that they didn't, it's pressure. They don't know how to handle pressure if they are relaxed and easy going through. Trust me, that's what they need. You know what I mean? Of course it's tense, of course it's this, but approach it relaxed and calm, same way. Don't approach it nervous and no. You know what I mean? That's it. No. You know what I mean? So yeah. Um he was asked some more question, as I said. I can't pull up the thing right now. He was asked some more question, you know what I mean? As everybody know, our main aim is to gain these 3 points. You get me? These 3 points is very, very important. Fulham These 3 points, how important is these 3 points to Fulham? You know what I mean? I need to look where they are on the table and what they can achieve. But the coach was saying that is a very important 3 points to them as well. And they are going out there to win the game. Right? So it's a situation where everybody wants to win. You know what I mean? We standing. Okay, I'm pulling up Fulham now. So Fulham is in 10th position. Fulham is 46. Um, Fulham is 1 point away from Chelsea. Right, that's what conference. What position is conference? What do you got to come to make it in conference? Well, it should get in conference cup, right? So I think that's what Fulham is aiming for, right? So yeah, so they have something to play for as well. They're gonna come out there swinging. They're gonna come out there playing. You know what I mean? It's also a London derby. So it's a situation where it's going to be a fight out there. Regardless of what you're going to think about the situation, it's going to be a fight. You know what I mean? It's not Fulham. We have lost to Fulham a lot, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? Fulham is one of them team that tend to give us that, you know what I mean, that trouble. That's Fulham. Fulham is one of them team that tend to do that to us. Um, But we have a lot at stake this time around. There's a lot on the line. You know what I mean? There's a lot on the line, and we need to make sure that we understand what the assignment is, and we need to make sure that we go out there and we um do what we need to do. Not overworking ourselves. You know what I mean? Because we still have to do what we need to do with one eye on Tuesday's competition. It's a situation where these competitions are coming thick and fast. Tuesday is the last game we're gonna play midweek. After Tuesday games is all weekends game. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. I think now the players can relax, put up their foot a bit, you know what I mean, get some rest and focus. Right? Focus. Hopefully we have the final to contend with. And then we have the remaining of the league that we only gonna play once a week. So we're gonna be in Manchester. We're gonna feel what it feel like as Manchester United been feeling all season. What is that to play once a week? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, once a week. We're gonna actually feel what that feels like. So yeah, looking forward to it. You know what I mean? The game is very, very important to us, as I said. And yeah, Arteta said there's no new injury. You know what I mean? Just what we've known before. The only two players besides Marino that is not available is Timber and Kai Havertz. They're not giving us anything on Kai Havertz. Now, they're not giving us anything much on Kai Havertz, but they're not giving us anything at all on Timber. Nothing. The only update I got from Timber today was that he was close to signing his contract. That's the only update we've got on Timber today, that he was close to signing his contract, nothing more. You know what I mean? Everything else is a blur. Everything else. You know what I mean? So that's the whole situation. Let me get to some of you guys' chat. Please, guys, remember to like the channel. Like the channel, man. 24. Look how much of us. At one point, we have 30, at 49. All of those in the channel and 10 likes. Remember to like the channel, guys. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. All right? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right? Hit them like button, man. Hit them like button. Reluctant is here. Big up yourself, Reluctant. Big up yourself. Jordy said, when I was small, my little brother would argue that we want the last slice of cake from the fridge, and I would just put him in a headlock and eat it anyway. Fulham is our little brother. Hey, that's a good way to look at it, Jordy. Jordy, that's a good way to look at it. Good way to look at it. Just bully and take away. Just bully and take away if you get right. So Jordy said we're gonna put Fulham in a headlock and take the 3 points. Pretty much that's what Jordy's saying. You know what I mean? We're going to put Fulham in a headlock and take the 3 points. Let's see. Let's see. We only perform when there's nothing on the line. When there's something on the line, we overthink and we make so many mistakes. We usually don't. I don't get it. This isn't just Arteta's fault. Um, I've seen a difference in the game against Atletico. The last game that we played against Atletico, I've seen a difference in it. I think the team. There's no way I thought that Arsenal was gonna lose that game. No way. You know what I mean? That's how relaxed that team made me feel. No way, shape, or form. I saw Arsenal losing that game. I think they were in control of the game, except for that probably 15 minutes when Atletico Madrid came at them with with some with you know what I mean for about 20 minutes of assault at their goal. You know what I mean? Besides that 20 minutes, I don't think that we had an issue at all. I think we control the game tremendously, and that's the reason why we were so bummed in not getting the 3 point, not getting the victory, I should say, right? Because we went there for it and we did play for it. So yeah. Jordy said, Matty thinking about that Wolves game and I getting me hungry. That was such a dumb mistake to make. We made a lot of dumb mistake. It wasn't even just a Wolves game. We made a lot of dumb mistake. You know what I mean? A lot of dumb mistake. Getting beat by Bournemouth was a dumb mistake. That's one of the game Matty's talking about. We're playing when something is on the line. We don't play well. But there was a lot on the line for that Bournemouth game. A lot on the line. And we play shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, we do understand. Then said, do anyone miss party? I was thinking about that today, then I ain't gonna lie. Can I call it then? Yeah. I was thinking about that today. You know what I mean? And we keep on saying that Zuberman is a upgrade to party. You know what I mean? But when I look at party, with party, Declan Rice could have played in that number 8. With Zuberman, Declan Rice cannot play in that number 8 because Zuberman is more of a liability defensively, you know what I mean, than an asset. Party was also, but the difference with Party is this. He can do what Rice does with the ball going forward. He can take that ball and drive forward. Plus, Party has a better passing range than both of them. Than both of them. Right? So I was thinking about that today for real, and I'm saying, yo, if we had Party to help us through these last games, I think we we wouldn't be overthinking so much. Trust me. But to answer your question, I actually do miss party. You know what I mean? I do miss party. Many games like it, Jordy. That Wolves game was the start. It showed our cracks and we didn't fix them. Just left them gapping wide for us to get effed in. Yo, y'all trying to make me curse, and I don't curse, bro. Okay? Okay. No, I don't miss party at all. I do miss party. I don't miss him all the time, but I do miss party. You know what I mean? There are certain games that I think that this game would have been suited for party. You know what I mean? I miss Georgina more than party and El Nene. Matty, you gotta be joking. You miss El Nene more than party? Party? I think you're just trying to piss somebody off, as usual. The problem is Zuberman, not party, is not a 6. All right, let's talk about Zuberman for a second. If Zuberman is not a 6, because it's probably not a 6, right? So Zuberman is not a 6. He plays better as a 8 than a 6, but he's not a brilliant 8. You know what I'm saying? He's not a brilliant 8. So why would we use Zuberman as an 8 when we can go out there and get a actual 8 to play the position and improve our team? You get where I'm coming from? Try to work with me. You know what I mean? When we're talking about 8, we're talking about Samir Nasri. We're talking about Santi Cazorla. We're talking about Aaron. I was going to say Ramsdale. We're talking about Aaron Ramsey. We're talking about Thomas Rosicky. We're talking about decent play. We're talking about top players will make a statement in that position. I think our standards has gotten low as fans, to be honest with you, because we should be using those players as the cream of the crop to compare to these players. You know what I'm saying? Sumendi is not a good 8 for me. I mean, like, he plays the position better than he plays the 6. That's all. That's all. He plays it better than he plays the 6. That's all. Next rap say, yo, big up yourself. Zubimendi is overrated. We are so bad in transition. I think Zubimendi was going to give us a lot more. He started off the season well. You know what I mean? He need to learn to play the position that they buy him for. You know what I mean? That's where you need to learn it. To play the position that they buy him for. Not a 6. He's not a 6. He's not a 8. What is he? What is he? What is he? You know what I mean? That's what we need to know. Um, Even Georgino was better. No love for Thomas Partey at all. For real? Thomas Partey was okay, man. Come on. No love for Thomas? Uh, Always said it. Rice and Zubi are playing in the wrong position. We always said it. Rice need to stay in the 6. You know what I mean? We are a better team with Declan Rice in that 6. We are a better team with Declan Rice in that 6. You know what I mean? That is what's going on. Big up Ozzy. Big up Ozzy. Zaka was a good should next. He did so good for Sunderland this season and in Leverkusen before. So my reason for eating party outside of football. All right, all right. Got you. Got you. We're not even going there, Jody. We're not going there at all. That's why I just say got you. We're not going there at all. We're not going there at all. Zubimendi is a deep line playmaker. He can pin brilliant passes, but I think he needs good physical players around. I think Zubimendi is it can be a 6. You know, I think he's actually a 6. I just think he needs. I don't know. I don't know. I can't get my finger around the whole situation with Zubimendi and that 6 position. But when he just started playing that, he played it good. You know what I mean? He played it well when he just started playing it. He makes his runs properly. You know what I mean? The things that they said that he can do, we need to start seeing them doing it. You know what I mean? Breaking the lines, bringing the ball forward. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because he's so small, his physical demeanor causing the problems, probably. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Um, Nick Kyle said hi. I remember when Party easily find Odegaard and is more press resistant. I like Party. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Party. I was glad I helped. I was one of them who was helping to shove him out the club just because he wanted to leave. You know what I mean? Just because he wanted more money, or else he's gonna leave. That was my thing with Party. You know what I mean? You're no. You know what I mean? Just you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was why I was against Party. You know what I mean? It was for the money. It was about the money for him, and I didn't like that. Paul said, as a Man City fan, can you answer? Oh, we're clear 9 or more points, and it's now neck and neck. That's easy. We lost some games. That's easy, man. Paul, that's easy. We lost some games. We F up. You know what I mean? We effed up and we lost some games that we should have won. You know what I mean? Manchester City went into the market and they bought 2 elite players. You know what I mean? Simeon and Gay. And they came back, they gelled together and they were playing some good football. So it's an easy situation. We lost some games. You know what I mean? We play shit and we lost some games and Manchester City caught us. You know what I mean? And before we know it, you know what I mean? Here we are, neck and neck, fighting for a title that should have been wrapped up already. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I don't get why Odegaard is allergic to playing ball forward. He is always sideways or backwards. uh, Gavi in the building. We have to win tomorrow. Points clear. Psychologically advantage before City play. We have to. I know joke. No joke at all. Tomorrow we have to get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have to get it. Matty says celebrate all you want, Paul. You'll get a nice punishment come end of the season. Yeah, I don't think y'all gonna win, Paul, to be honest with you. Nikolai said I'm a Gunner fan. Big up yourself, Nikolai. Am I pronouncing that right? Where is it? Nikhail. 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 Big up yourself, Nikhail. Subscribe to the channel, all right? Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do you think Arteta playing four centre back is biggest problem in attack? Not necessarily. We only play the four centre back because we have to. You know what I mean? We don't have a choice. Our players are injured. You know what I mean? We just getting back Calafiori, and that Calafiori is a centre back turn left wing, left wing back, and he's playing well. You know what I mean? He knows how to attack. So, you know what I mean? Arteta does that. He switches the player around. I understand his philosophy behind it. He does that. He switches the players around like that because you want that defensive stability. The only thing is that he cannot get them to be as fluent in attack. But Arteta is a defensive minded coach, right? And that's why he does that. Yeah. As I tell somebody one day, I'll trust Arteta to buy me defensive player all day, but I won't trust Arteta to buy me a striker. Because I don't know nothing about strikers. Don't trust him to buy me a striker at all. No. No, 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 no. Martin, not trying to be rude or not, just curious from an Arsenal fan, not heard one speak out in a while. That's why it's okay, man. It's okay, Paul. You can feel free to push your comment in the chat, okay? That's what we're doing. This is called reasoning, you know what I mean? Where we conversate. These are the kind of conversation that we like. You're asking a genuine question, and that's the reason why I gave you a genuine answer. We effed up, Paul. We honestly effed up. You know what I mean? It was our title to lose, and here we are battling for something that we should have won, already won. You know what I mean? So it's on us. Now they have to fight for it. That's all. Now they have to actually fight real hard for it. Yeah. Jody bigging up Mikhail. Is this Arteta fault? Arsenal is now in second place, technically. It is partially. You know what I mean? It is partial. It's the player's fault as well, but Arteta is a coach. Arteta put out some shitty teams sometime that cost us some games. You know what I mean? Substitutions and all of that. You know what I mean? There are a lot of damage. Lots of damage. You know what I mean? Rafa is a long live Barcelona. Fulham is literally Arsenal dumping ground. We shift few players there. Smith Rowe, he will be. Hey, so would you say that we are Chelsea dumping ground? Because they keep on shitting players over our way. I'm just saying. They keep on shitting players over our way. Every time they want to shit something stupid, they just go and shit over Arsenal. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm trying to catch up with the chat, okay, people? I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Bear with me. Tafari Kush. The coach is bum. Big up Tafari Kush. Thank you guys for joining the live. What will you say to those fans that say Saka is better than Messi? I've never seen that, bro. I've never seen that. All right. I'm catching up with the chat. The chat is going to leave me. So I'm catching up with the chat. All right, guys. So for the weekend game, what do we do for starters? You know what I mean? How do we go forward? How do we actually go forward? What we do? You know what I mean? This game is very serious. It's not a joke game. It's a very, very serious game, right? And it's a game that we must win. And it's not only a game that we must win, it's a game that we have to score some goals as well. You know what I mean? We have to score some goals as well. So what do we do? How do we fix the problem that we're in? You know what I mean? We have the Champions League on one hand, and we have the English Premier League on one hand. And both are two cups, very important to it. One we have never won, and the other we have never won. We haven't won in 22 years. What do we do? Right? Do we rest some of the players against Fulham? Or do we rest some of the players against Atletico Madrid? Which one of these two teams do you think gonna give us more trouble? Which one of these two teams you think gonna be harder to win? Fulham or Atletico Madrid? Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Let me know, man, because I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Being that we have Tuesday is the last midweek game we're gonna play. Can we go all out in both? You get where I'm coming from? Can we go all out in both? Do we go all out tomorrow and try to kill that game early and then try to rest some players? Or do we rest some players and then go all out on Tuesday? You know what I mean? For the Champions League fixture. You know what I mean? What do we do? What do we do? How would I know? I actually people saying that nobody say that, man. No Arsenal fan gonna say that. We ain't winning this year either. Stop getting your hopes up. Who is we? What? You're an Arsenal fan, you say? I know about that because we winning. Um, Romeo Mosquera said rest some players. Rest players against Fulham 100%. 100%. Who the rest? Who the rest? Because I'm gonna give my starting 11 for the game tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm doing my starting 11 for the game tomorrow. I might do it. I might do it. Should I do it now or should I do it later? I don't know. But I'm gonna do my starting 11 for the game. Uh Paul said, don't matter if they are boring. Even as a City fan, I see it as them playing football and winning. That is it, mate. Appreciate it, ball. Appreciate it. You see, that's what I like. I like football fans. Don't matter what team you support, you know what I mean? I like football fans. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all right, Paul? Be a part of us, man. Be a part of the community over here. All right. It don't matter what team you support. Everybody's over here, nevertheless. All right. Everybody's over here. So be a part of the community. We have a lot of Chelsea fans over here, probably more than everybody else. You know what I mean? Their team is shit, so you know they're hiding. I'm being honest. Their team is shit right now. So I think they're hiding out. Yeah. Uh Matty said rest no one. Strongest 11 possible. Every game till the end now. 7 games to make history. Prove you want it. Well said. Well said. I can totally agree with that. You know what I mean? I can definitely agree with that. Um, Rafael said, dude, you don't have to worry about Atletico. Just go all in attack. They just are worse using rest. Just go all in and they'll be shocked. Um, I think if we go all in, they will be shocking. I mean, I think if we attack Atletico endlessly, they will fumble. I do think that for real. You know what I mean? Who said they want Conte at Arsenal? I don't know. No, no. Starting level, guys. Starting level. Who do you guys pick? Who do you guys choose to start tomorrow? Because as Matty said, I'm a firm believer. I'm going all out, man. You know what I mean? Tuesday have to speak for itself. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But tomorrow is a game that we have at hand, and I'm going all out for tomorrow game. To be honest with you. I am going to make some changes, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I gotta be joking, man. Ain't nobody want Conte, man. I think we're just trying to make fun. Um, So my starting level gonna be, as I said, Kepa ain't seen back my goal for the rest of the season. Probably Kepa ain't seen back my goal for the rest of his life, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I think we need to part ways with some Chelsea players, man. I think we need to stop buying players from Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? I do think that's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? I think we need to stop buying players from Chelsea. That's it. All right. So Kepa, not seen my goal at all for the rest of my life. If I could, I would sell him now. All right. All right. So Kepa, so David Ryan goal for me. David Ryan goal for me. Ben White not seen another game for me, you know. Ben White not seen another game for me. Ben White go as Jardy said. Ben White best position is right bench. So Ben White gonna play right bench for the remainder of the season. Yeah, Ben White gonna play right bench for the remainder of the season. So if there's no Timber, I'm sorry, I'm going Mosquero. All right. So it's Raya, Mosquera, Saliba, Gabriel, right? Those are my so far. I'm using Califori, and the reason why I'm using Califori is because, well, Califori is a better attacker, and it does well okay defending, but also I think Nkapie needs some rest because I'm using should I use Nkapie in the Champions League? But nevertheless, that's I will deal with that when it comes. But Califori starts for me tomorrow, right? So I'm going Raya, Mosquera, Saliba, Gabriel, and Califori. That's what I'm doing in my defense. All right. Um, if Odegaard is fit, I want an attacking influence. No, I'm not playing Odegaard tomorrow. If Odegaard need to rest for the game against Atletico on Tuesday. So I'm gonna do White in my 6. I'm gonna do Zubimendi in my 8. I'm gonna play Eze as my 10. I'm gonna start Saka tomorrow just because I want him to get some form. I will start Saka tomorrow, and I think I have to start Trossard. Might start Trossard tomorrow. Might start Saka and Trossard tomorrow, and I'm starting Victor Yakers tomorrow because I also want Victor Yakers to gain some form. You know what I mean? That's my starting level. It's pretty much a pretty done starting level now. Can I win with that starting level, people? Can I actually win with that starting level? I want White at 6, Matty, because I want White to control the game from deep. You know what I'm saying? I want him to control that game from deep. We're better defensively when White is in that 6th position. He is the first line of defense that they need to pass before they get to the back line. You know what I mean? Sorry, it's not White. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why you're laughing. It's not White, it's Rice. It's not supposed to be White, it's supposed to be Rice. My bad, man. My bad. My bad, people. My bad. It's supposed to be Rice. Y'all know it's supposed to be Rice. He ain't never go. I just said Rice gonna play right bench. What is he doing in my team? My bad, man. It's supposed to be Rice, not that's funny as shit. Rice in my 6. That's White in my 6. Hell no. Hell freaking no. Oh, that's crazy. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. White in my 6. I don't even want White on my bench, much less in my 6. All right, no. No, 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 no. No. Yeah, so yeah, that's what's up. It's Rice in my 6. Sorry. Rice would be the 6. Marty was wondering if he was drunk for a second. I ain't gonna lie. When I look back at that, I was wondering if I was drunk for a second. To be honest with you, because that is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. So I think my attack is short, man. I think my attack is short. You know what I mean? Because No Madueke. I can't do the. I don't. For some reason though, I feel like Arteta gonna do the Madueke and Martinelli and the Yakares thing again. And the reason why I feel that way because it almost worked against Atletico. You know what I mean? And this is how Arteta is. He like to play those. He like to play players into form. I don't know why he's like that. You know what I mean? He like to play players into form. You know what I mean? I also think that even Max Dorman can get some game time. You get what I'm saying? Max Dorman could also get some game time, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But let's see. Let's see. We need goals though. For sure, for sure, for sure. We need goals. We need to score. Madueke look good against Atletico. We need a player that can beat their fullback. Saka doesn't beat anyone. Yeah, so I might start Madueke for real. I need Saka in farm though. That's the thing. I need a Saka in farm is devastating, but we all know that. A Saka in half a farm. You know what I mean? Look at Saka when he was playing. He draw at least 2, 3 players to him every single time. You get me? Every single time Saka draw at least 2 or 3 players to him. And that's the whole situation about what's going on. We need that Saka. We need that Saka to we need Saka to be back. You know what I mean? We need this Saka for the remainder of the season. We need him. You get me? NS. Yeah, man. NS is a part of the family, man. Big up NS. Big up NS. Yeah, all he says breaking up defense. That is true. That is true. He didn't do shit against us when we play. Well, that's against he's doing shit against everybody else now, though. And we might face him again. So let's see. But we have some good defense, though. That's the thing. We have some good. Y'all need to remember. Y'all remember that our defense aren't damn boys, you know. You know what I mean? Our defense are. We have some good defense. Yeah, man. We have some good defense, man. So what's your score prediction tomorrow? Do you think we can actually score some goals? Do you guys think we can actually score some goals tomorrow? That's really what it's all about, you know. You know what I mean? Who do you pick, Yamal or Vinny? Uh, Yamal or Vinny? I'll pick Yamal, man. I'm not really a Vinny fan. I'm not against the guy, but probably pick Yamal. Matty said 1-0. Come on, Matty, man. We need more goal than that, Matty. We need a confidence. We need your confidence to reach your team. You know what I mean? Jordy said 2-1. Jordy, that's the same thing. That's the same thing. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing. We need more goals than that, and we need to keep clean sheet. We need more goals than that, and we need to keep clean. We need clean sheets for sure. I was optimistic after the City game because of how attacking we were, but Arteta is back to default. You know Arteta is back to default. We ain't play yet. We ain't play yet. Oh, you know the default setting is reboot. We ain't play it, man. Jesus Christ, y'all ain't giving Arteta no chance. Yamal is way younger than Vinny, both at different stages. You don't have to use stages to judge which player like. You know what I mean? Just do it on the bare factor which player actually just like. You know? I think Fulham is gonna hurt us. I beg to differ. I beg to differ, Matty. I don't think so. Rafael say I hope you win 3-0 tomorrow. Me too, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's a scoreline like that is what I'm looking for. You get me? I'm looking for a scoreline like that. A 3-0 scoreline and all of that shit. Newcastle are in Arbor Farmer. We barely beat them. We are not balling away any team. You guys keep on looking back on games, man. We gotta look forward. Tomorrow is a new game. Tomorrow is a new game. New opportunity, new beginning, new ways to prove yourself. That's just me. It's just me. That's just me. 3-0. Jardy said, I believe it when I see it. Well, Jardy, don't blink, because you might miss it. Don't blink, because you might miss it. The game is not that early tomorrow. So I think I hate those early games, man. I could almost tell that we were gonna lose that game against Bournemouth. It's too early. You know, we don't do well at all in those early games. Trust me, we don't do well. You get me? These lads have all season to find new ways. Nothing changed since November. We actually got worse. Yeah, but we still have five. We still have 6 games or 7 games. You know what I mean? So hey, you ain't dead until you're dead, and they're still alive and kicking. So you know what I mean? It is what it is. Smith Rowe and Wilson could cause problem, but hopefully Arsenal can escape a 1-0 or 2-1. NS, I'm still saying three. I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking Rafi that said 3-0. I'm sticking Rafi. I like that. I'm staying with that. I'm being optimistic with that. I say 3-0 to the Arsenal. We need goals and we're gonna score goals. We need goals, man, and we're gonna score goals. What y'all say? People, like the channel, man. Like the channel. So much of us here. And the like in move from 15 in more than 15 minutes. You know what I mean? The like in move from 15 in more than 15 minutes. Do the damn thing. Like the channel. Y'all know we gonna do the live for the Champions League game. You know what I mean? And I think I'm gonna move from behind this setting and I'm gonna go out in the front room. I'm gonna go out in the living room where I have more space to jump and shout and kick. Because I'm gonna play ball. I'm kicking every ball with the team. Yeah, man, I'm kicking every ball with the team. Every ball then kick me, I kick it with them. No joke. You know what I mean? No joke, no joke, no joke. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys for the likes. I see the likes moving. I see the likes moving. Appreciate the likes, man. Appreciate the likes. If y'all could just make this move reach at least 25. You know, when I just started this channel, it was so easy to get to 30 likes, 40 likes, and them things there. You know what I mean? No, the likes are so hard to come by. I haven't reached 25 likes in so long. I'm like, why? We're the persons, we're the personnel on the channel, but I haven't reached 25 likes in a long time. You know what I mean? So I don't know, people. Let's see if we can reach 25, 30 likes, no man, before we go. Like the channel, please. If y'all just join in, if y'all been here a while and y'all ain't do it yet, do the damn thing. Arsenal 2, Atletico Madrid 0. I'll take that, Dennis. I'll take that. Zimmerman said Fabregas is Arsenal traitor. I believe that too. But nevertheless, him still love Arsenal more than Chelsea. Truth of the truth. You know what I mean? Truth of the truth. But as I said, my thing is this. By the time Arteta win with couple Champions League and couple English League and all of them things and decide to leave, it gonna be Jack Wilshere turn. So I don't think says Fabregas gonna see the dugout at Arsenal at all. I don't think he gonna see it. By the time Arteta ready to move on to Spain, it gonna be Wilshere turn. Trust me on that. Believe the man, believe me. It gonna be Wilshere turn. Because I'm watching Wilshere keenly. You know what I mean? And y'all know Wilshere is Arsenal. That's Mr. Arsenal himself. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Wilshere, that's Mr. Arsenal. And he might come right home. You understand? Yeah, he's gonna come right home. So yeah. Well, Wilshere gonna be a difference. Unai Emery will never see back Arsenal dugout, man. I told you my source is never wrong. Ben White is going to Everton, like I said. We know Ben White we know Ben White gonna been linked with Everton for months now. That's what we know. Matty said would love Wilshere in the future. Wilshere coming home, Matty. Wilshere coming home. He's gonna gain all that experience. You know what I mean? The thing about it is this journey. You have to understand Wilshere is a different breed. You know what I mean? Wilshere is a different breed. You understand? Wilshere was an exceptional talent. And I think he can bring that in his managing because his career was cut short because of injury. So I honestly think that he can bring that in his coaching career. I honestly do think that. You know what I mean? He was doing well with the under 17, I think, or the under 19 at Arsenal. He's down at Luton Town. He already won trophy. You know what I mean? Wilshire's gonna be fantastic, man. You know what I mean? Emery would never come back to Arsenal. He hates us now. See him run away when we beat Aston Villa. The man said he was cold, Matt. He was cold. Said he was cold. Uh, uh, yeah. I don't want any English manager, man. English manager never go well. They talk big about Gerard. Look how that turned out. I do want Jack Wilshere though. If Jack Wilshere makes it, okay, and I do want Jack Wilshere. As I said, I love the connection with coaches that have a bond with the club. That's the reason why I like Arteta. He has a bond with the club. I love the bond that these coaches have with their club. You know what I mean? Look at Michael Carrick. You know what I mean? Look at Michael Carrick. He has a bond with the club, and because he have a bond with the club, look at what's happening. He has the DNA in him. You know what I mean? He has the club DNA inside him, so he knows what to look for. I'm still confused. Why did we sold Evan to Scrub United? He wanted to leave. He wasn't getting any game time, and I think they assured him game time. As you can see, he's playing. You know what I mean? We have Saliba and we have Gabriel. He wasn't gonna play. You know what I mean? He wasn't gonna play. And that's a fact. We can't keep everybody, We have to sell some people. No way we can keep all of these players. You know what I mean? We have to sell some of them, and that's what we did with him. You know what I mean? Just like we had to sell Smith Rowe, Iwebi, you know what I mean? And we still gonna have some more to sell. You know what I mean? So yeah. So yes, I didn't get that 1-0, man. Maybe it's because he wanted first team. He wanted first team. He wanted to go. They said it. He wanted first team. Arsenal need Ruben Amaran. Before we take Ruben Amaran just so he could show Victor how to score, we sell Victor to wherever he is and let them stay together outside. Zimmerman, you always come here trying to be funny. Always trying to crack jokes against the team that you should be supporting. Mm. Uh, that's the one I'm confused about, Matty. You know what I mean? Obi, that's the one I'm confused about. You know what I mean? That's the one I'm confused about. Why did they sell him? That's where I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. I think Conte will sue Arsenal with the squad we have. Are you a Spurs fan? Seems like you have an agenda. uh Can we say I walked past Old Trafford yesterday. There was a season ticket nailed to the gate. I thought to myself, I'm having that. You never know when you'll need a spare nail. So you weren't trying to get the ticket, you want a nail. That's disrespect, man. You disrespecting Manchester. You disrespecting Manchester United like that, bro. Oh man. That's cold. But he's not even getting any games at Manchester United either. So I don't know. Uh, that's the thing. He managed a two scrub team in London. They will never hire Conte as a manager, bro. Never. Trust me. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So anybody has any positive scoreline for me? I mean, like nobody has anything besides 1-0 or 2-1. All right, who y'all think gonna score tomorrow? Let me know who's gonna score for you guys tomorrow. Let me know who's gonna score for you guys tomorrow. Who gonna score for you tomorrow? Speaking about that, let's look at some of the games now. Let's look at some of the games, people. It's getting interesting. Let's look at some of the games. So we have some interesting games coming up. Very, very interesting games. Yaka's penalty. Jody, you need to stop. Jody, you need to stop. Jody, you need to stop. Enes said Eze. Uh, Jody said Yaka's penalty and one goal. Smith Rowe scoring. Why was it? What is he scoring? A own goal? Gotta be a own goal. Gotta be a own goal. Tomorrow, I'm looking at this game very, very interestingly tomorrow. Brentford play West Ham tomorrow, guys. One of the first game in the morning. One of about what? 3 games. How much games playing tomorrow that time? 1, 2, 3 games, right? So one of 3 games tomorrow kicking off at the same time is Brentford and West Ham. What's your guys' take on that? West Ham is fighting for their very life now. Remember, don't forget that. West Ham is fighting for their life. All right. So Brentford take on West Ham. Um, Wolves already down. Play Sunderland. That game is Newcastle. Newcastle. I don't want to look a fight too. Newcastle fight. Newcastle versus Brighton. Mm. I think the Brentford and West Ham game is gonna go to a draw. I think 1-1 draw for real. Um, I think Sunderland beating Wolves 2-1. Newcastle and Brighton. No, I think Brighton beating Newcastle, man. What do you guys think? I think Brighton beating Newcastle. I think Brighton beating Newcastle for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. Bournemouth and Palace. That's a good game. That's on Sunday. That's a good game for Sunday. Manchester United and Liverpool. That's a good game. Aston Villa, Tottenham. Aston Villa and Tottenham. Who do you guys think gonna win that game? Aston Villa and Tottenham. Aston Villa has become a scrub club, you know. They ain't doing what they're supposed to do no more. I don't know what's going on with them. Don't know what's going on with them. That they're trying to push all their egg in Emery Cup. Because that Europa League, that's all Emery can win. That's all Emery can win. Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. And the big game on Monday, I might do the second half of this game. I'm going to be at work, so I might do the second half of this game on Monday. Yeah, I'm going to do the second half of that game. I might reach home in time for the second half. So we're going to do a watch along for the second half on Monday, people. Everton versus Manchester City. You know what I mean? And y'all know where we cheering for. You know what I mean? We're gonna be in a little corner, you know, hoping for the best, hoping that some little bomb team can upset the other little bomb team. Yeah, man. Emery will give them points, man. Emery's a joke, man. Ah, yes, 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 yes. People, y'all gonna push up that like to 25. Everybody on the stream now that hasn't liked the channel yet, hit that like button. Let me see this. Let me see. Everybody that has not liked it yet, can you hit that like button? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. We appreciate you guys for passing through, though. You know what I mean? We really do appreciate you guys for passing through. I have to do another stream later on. Thank you guys for the support. You know what I mean? Honestly, thank you guys for the support. The watch hours have been building ever since I started doing back these live regular. I don't know. Sometimes, sometimes you just have different distractions and life itself. You know what I mean? And you tend to lose focus of things that you know that you're supposed to be doing. This channel should have been further than where it is, but everything is getting put back together. We are getting to where we need to get. You know what I mean? And all of that. So yeah. I'm doing a watch. I'm doing a sorry. I'm streaming again tonight, people. We can discuss some more about the game tomorrow. We can actually look into the starting 11 and see what's going on. We're gonna read over some of Arteta press conference and analyze some of what he has to say, really and truly. You know what I mean? Go and see what's up with this Fulham team and all of that. So we're gonna get it together later on. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Right? Why we're looking forward to the game tomorrow. So yeah, that is what's up with us right now. And World Cup is coming up as well. World Cup is coming up as well. You know what I mean? We're gonna be streaming some of those. Well, watch along. We can't stream the games. Yeah, I know we can't stream the games, right? So don't hold me to that. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some watch along for them, some of them World Cup that's coming up. Riley, did you hear Arsenal are after another goalkeeper? The guy, yeah, I heard that from Galatasaray. But that just means that they're gonna probably sell Kepa. That's all that means. You know what I mean? That they're probably gonna sell Kepa. As I said, I don't see Kepa staying next season. He's he thinks he's too good. You know what I mean? I don't think he want to play second fiddle to David Raya next season. They're two Spanish goalkeepers as well, so you know what I mean? You may never know. Kepa probably have his own ambitions. You know what I mean? Yeah, he probably have his own ambitions and so forth. But Kepa need to go. You know what I mean? Kepa need to go. Too much Chelsea players, man. We are tired of Chelsea players now. So yeah, he signed on a 1 year. I don't think so. Did he? Bank 79-74 said, I think Arsenal will be 6 points tomorrow. Yeah, we're all hoping that Arsenal win tomorrow. You know what I mean? They're going to win. You know what I mean? Big up Scott in the building. Big up Scott in the building. Big up Scott. Yes, Scott. We saw you. I saw you, Scott. I saw you. Don't worry. I did see you. You guys are members of the channel now, so even if you guys are not supporting Arsenal, I'm still gonna shout you all out. So no worries. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys for being members of the channel. As I said, everybody's here. You know what I mean? So everybody gonna have their own team and their opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's it. That is it. Reluctant is back. What's up, Reluctant? What's up? If Berta pulls off the signing is being linked to, boy, you mean Alvarez? It'd be fantastic, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. He was the one that pulled it off. He was the one that signed him anyway. So why can't he do it? You know, when I look at Berta, I think Berta can do it, you know. Especially, I think Berta can sign Alvarez. Let me tell you why. Remember this guy? What's his name? That Berta sign him, sell him, sign him, sell him, and each time he sell him back for more money. And I mean, Chelsea had him at 1.2 for a couple seasons, and then they sign him again and sell him back again. Felix, Joe Felix, yeah, Joe Felix, right? I think he can pull it off, man. I think he can pull it. And Kavaskela, that's something different. That's something. We're talking about money there now. Matty, we're talking about some serious cash, you know. Alvarez, Kavaskela, Tonali. Matty, we're talking about some serious cash. And we ain't gonna get none of them on loan. Just so you know. So we're talking about some serious cash. Trust me. Trust me. Ozyman, that's not gonna happen. Ozyman wage is ridiculous. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. It says send Johnny Bravo back to Portugal. Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo. Johnny, look like we know what's going on, man. Look like we know what's going on. Jackie, look, Johnny, look like you're back in my days. Why will I support Arsenal tomorrow when I'm a Manchester City fan? That's what I said. Don't matter who you support. That's what I said. Uh I hate Arsenal. Damn, that's strong words, bro. Strong words. Hate. Ooh. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Honestly, we don't care. Scott, you've been a City fan since 2012. Yeah, Scott just is a new City fan that hates Arsenal, but it's okay. It's okay. Old school. We know about Johnny Bravo. Yeah, man. I mean, Johnny Bravo. Think he's the best thing since sliced bread and never get a girl. uh, Arsenal home is strong, to be honest. Yeah, man. We're gonna use our home advantage and we're gonna do what we need to do. You know what I mean? We're gonna do what we need to do. It is what it is. We're gonna pull through. We'll be all right. We will be all right. All right, guys, make sure your notification is on. Do the damn thing. Put on the notification. All right, so we can notify when the thing go live again later on. Because I'll be back again later on. You know what I mean? Because we have to put in the final says. You know what I mean? Cross our T's and dot our I's for what's going to happen tomorrow. You get me? Win that tomorrow. And then we're going to gear up for Tuesday. Very important Tuesday. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is very important too. But y'all know what I'm saying. All right. So with that, it's been an hour and a half since we've been here chatting it up. You know what I mean? It's been a pleasure. You know what I mean? We appreciate you guys so much for the convos. I mean, I appreciate you guys so much. Imagine eating a club for literally no reason. I'm telling you. It's okay, Scott. You don't even know why you're hating Arsenal. It's fine. It's just because Arsenal is the only rival you know since you start supporting the club. I do understand that. You know what I mean? I do. Arsenal is a rival that you know. You don't actually know that. You don't actually know that your rival is actually Manchester United, right? Well, just so you know, your rival is actually Manchester United, okay? Not Arsenal. But Arsenal is the only rival you know, and we get it. We get it. Guys, make sure you're liking the channel, man. Like the channel. 21 persons on the channel. Can 21 person give me a like? Well, actually, some of y'all like it already for real, though. You know what I mean? Scott, you are invited to the parade officially. Officially. I'm going to have my trophies here, people. I'm going to have my trophies around here. I'm going to have my trophies. I'm going to have my Champions League trophy and my English Premier League trophy. I'm going to have my trophies. Okay? Yes. Yes. That's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, people. We appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. All right. We're going to see you again later on. Hit on a notification. Put them on. All right. Put them on. All right. Champions League is a stretch. Nothing is out of our reach, man. Nothing is out of our reach. We are here. We have done it. Blah. You know what? Okay, blah. Blah, what's up? How are you? No, it's not a stretch. The way people are writing us off, just feel it's ours. It's going to be ours, man. I feel it. I feel it. You see, nobody even expect us to be right here, right now. You get what I'm saying? Nobody expect us to be right here, right now. You get me? And here we are. So we're not worried. We're not worried. We're not worried. So yeah, the likes are creeping up. The likes are creeping up. It's been an Arsenal against the world this season. That's what it is. Arsenal against the world. And guess what? We've managed to reach almost the end. You know what I mean? Almost the end. And we're gonna finish it. We're gonna see it through. Blah, see, I put back your blue on, right? Hopefully this channel, hopefully you keep this one. Hopefully you keep this one. Did you see what Craig Butler said? Arsenal Atletico semi-final was like a Europa League semi-final. Yeah, man, they can go ahead and talk all the crap they want to talk. We're in the semi-final, they're not. You know what I mean? We in the semi-final, they're not. So it's whatever. It's whatever. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, people. We gotta run. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the vibes. You know what I mean? Let's all have vibes later on. Let's make it a date for later on. Big vibes. Big up on the damn self. We will see y'all again later on. All right? Hold it up. Tomorrow, you're gonna be fire. All right? Yeah. Fire tomorrow. That's it. All right. Peace out. Appreciate everybody who passed you. One love. And tomorrow is a big one. Later on, we're going to chat it up. So see y'all later on. All right. Peace. I'm out.